One is trying to understand the whole ecosystem of UPSC syllabus, what is polity, geography, understand the scope. Tests are being conducted in a manner which is giving priority to more important topics. And you have a dedicated mentor who will handhold you throughout this exercise. Yes, Deepak, the beauty of this program is the fact that we are not only covering the standard textbooks and the advanced textbooks, we are also covering complete NCERTs. Once that is done, a specially curated test series, which is Lakshya Prelims practice tests, are put in place for you.
Hello dear aspirants. So the month of February is here. Almost 100 days are remaining for the exam. So this month is often regarded as a time of confusion for the aspirants, because a lot of resources are available in the market, current affairs magazines, a lot of coaching institutes materials. So these often gets too much for the aspirants in these 100 days. So to understand these queries, what problems students face, what confusions arise. So we have a very esteemed faculty of Vision IAS with us today, Geetika Ma'am.
Hello, Deepak.
Yeah. So ma'am, what exactly goes wrong in this phase of the exam? Because we have seen students are preparing for the whole year and they get very confused at this time.
Right. So like you said, this stage is very confusing for the students, and it's also very overwhelming because everybody is feeling the pressure of the exam fast approaching. When a student enters into preparation, he knows that he has to gradually build base. So the learning is very slow and steady. One is understanding concepts. One is trying to understand the whole ecosystem of UPSC syllabus, what is polity, geography, understand the scope. So by the time one approaches the prelims examination, one realizes that while you may have understood the scope of the examination, the syllabus, you may have understood the sources also, but still when it comes to the exam, the preparation may not be very structured. You may not be feeling prepared to solve MCQs. You may not be feeling very confident in terms of marking the right answer. And those kind of feelings become very overwhelming, where one starts feeling, oh, maybe I have not prepared well enough in the last 1 year. Whereas the fact of the matter is that this is actually the time where everyone is almost at the same level playing field. And now, from now on, the next 100 days will determine who actually wins the race. And especially because the next 100 days, if your preparation is in a very structured, is in a very systematic format, you will definitely be able to consolidate what you have done in the last 1 year.
Ma'am, exactly, taking from your words, we have seen very good aspirants who are otherwise very good with the concepts, very good with the subjects. We have seen they consistently fail in the prelims exam, because at the end of the day, they are not able to structure it better in terms of solving the MCQs and prioritizing the topics. So ma'am, what challenges these good students, good aspirants also face in this phase particularly?
Right, Deepak. You rightly pointed out that some of the very good aspirants also feel lost at this point in time. The most important thing, I always say this in my classes also, that in UPSC this exam is an exam of management. How you manage your time, how you manage your emotions, how you manage the syllabus, all these things, all factors put together determine your success. So the most important thing is, once you have done the foundation, once you have done the basic concepts, you have understood, it is time for you to start applying that knowledge. And application is best done through practice, is best done through small tests. Whether it is small test or large test or full length test, that is up to you. But the more you practice, the more you train your brain to recall, which is like active recall of information, and also to find out traps, eliminate wrong options, identify the different mistakes that could be there in the paper which the examiner has set up, and how to avoid them. So this is something that is a different exercise from what you have been doing in the last 1 year, Practicing is one game, different ball game altogether.
Yeah, ma'am. Exactly as you have pointed out. So, ma'am, where does the Lakshya mentoring program comes into the picture? Because we have seen over the last few years, this program has become a very sought after program among the prelims aspirants particularly. So, how does this program solve these problems as we are discussing?
Now, this is a very enriching program. Now, imagine it is like you are sailing in a boat, okay? You have crossed the vast majority of the ocean, and just when you're about to hit the shore, you need a little bit of hand holding. Like when we travel in boat, we see the rope is being pulled towards the shore so that you can land safely. This program is that, where towards the end of your preparation, everything is being consolidated according to the requirement of the examination. The tests are being conducted in a manner which is giving priority to more important topics, and you have a dedicated mentor who will handhold you throughout this exercise of telling you, okay, this is how much you have done, this is your strength area, this is your weak area, this is probably what you need to do more practice in. And it is like having a friend with you at all times, with whom you can discuss your level of preparation, your strategy, and how good or bad you are in any subject or any implementation. So this is what is very, very important at this point in time, because most of the aspirants right now feel lonely, they feel isolated, and they feel caught up in this UPSC cycle. So at this point, if you have a mentor, if you have a friend, if you have a guide who's helping you sail through this, then of course this is a big help, and this is like a big let's say push towards your dreams.
As ma'am, you mentioned about the Lakshya mentoring program. So, ma'am, what exact resources are covered in this? Does it include the current affairs, the NCERTs as well?
Yes, Deepak, the beauty of this program is the fact that we are not only covering the standard textbooks and the advanced textbooks, we are also covering complete NCERTs. So we have almost 15,000 plus MCQs purely made from NCERTs. We also have a database of questions made from current affairs, which includes the monthly current affairs magazines and PT 365, which is the most sought after material in the industry. And to top it all, we have the questions in the test series are in the Sandhan are ranging right from basic concepts, easy level questions, to hard and advanced level questions for those who are looking for mastering at a higher level. So the entire resource base for UPSC preparation, which includes NCERTs, current affairs, PT 365, and your advanced level conceptual questions, are covered in this.
As ma'am, you have very effectively put the basics of the program. So, ma'am, Lakshya is so is it just a mentoring program, or is or does it bring the whole ecosystem of the structured preparation with it, ma'am?
It's a very strategically well crafted program. At the first beginning of the program, there is a baseline assessment test which is carried out, which assesses your current level of preparation. Okay, not only in terms of marks or scores you are getting, but also what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. Subject wise analysis is being done. Once that is done, a specially curated test series, which is Lakshya Prelims practice tests, are put in place for you so that you can practice according to how you have performed in the baseline assessment test. Of course, the practice tests are also crafted in such a manner that the important topics, for example, fundamental rights, fundamental duties, DPSPs in polity, in environment you have biodiversity, species, all the important topics are given their due weightage, and you are asked to appear for these tests. And then thereon again the mentor tells you that how you have prepared, how well you have improved in the successive tests. But it's not just limited to this. The beauty of this whole program is that you are not just getting tests, but you are also getting a friend who's helping you solve these tests, analyze these tests, and at the same time you're getting a full package of Sandhan. And Sandhan is like where you can on the go today if I want to practice, let's say 5 questions on the topic of pollution or climate change, I can on the go on the portal mention that please ask me 5 questions on climate change. I can feed in the data and I will get 5 questions. So it is something that on the go your preparation becomes very fast, effective, and it is not something like you have to sit down with a test, and it's not a very arduous task. So the small bouts in which the preparation is done, eventually leading to the examination, is what makes this program very, very special.
So as ma'am has very effectively put it, so Lakshya mentoring is not just a mentoring program. It brings up with itself a whole ecosystem of how the preparation should be structured in these last 100 days of the preparation. So we can say that prelims is not just about studying more and more resources. At this stage, it needs a structured strategy which Lakshya mentoring program very effectively provides to the aspirants. Thank you.